I've tried these walking videos before. They kind of don't work out because I gotta watch where I'm going and everything else like that, but we're gonna see how it goes because I would like to kind of share as I walk through my garden. So, as I said before, for the most part, this project behind me is done, which also includes this bed right down here. Those are my primary grow beds. I've still got more beds to make in the sense of the driveway will be filled with beds, but they are more really simple structures. They're not going to take a lot to put together, just not even going to cut them really to size. It's so much as just kind of slap the wood together, and it'll be a little place to put a hoop on, and then from there use that hoop to create a greenhouse environment for starting seeds in pots. And it's just really that simple. So for the most part, this project's all done. Next up is kind of cleaning up the entire outside space here that is supposed to be the greenhouse, or the inside of what would be the greenhouse. And getting that all cleaned up and treating it as if it actually is the greenhouse now, and it is that business model and everything going forward. So that way everything inside of it is focused just on running that business. From there, let's see, I'm not actually doing any physical work on the greenhouse this year. My next big project is getting started on both of our bathrooms. Our downstairs bathroom has been non-existent since we moved in, and then our upstairs bathroom has finally just had it. This is the year that we have to buckle down and do it. We've wanted to for several years, but this is where it actually has to get done. So I'm going to go ahead and in the next couple of weeks here plan out when I've got some good time, and I'm going to gut my entire upstairs bathroom, and then just use my gym membership as where I'm going to bathe. And then the kids can always go over to their grandma's house and bathe and stuff like that until I get a new shower installed and everything like that. And that'll take a couple of weeks to a month to get that all set up, and then kind of go from there, expand from that bathroom down into the downstairs bathroom, get that all going, and go from there. Once all that's done, and depending on how the budget goes, I might revamp and do a version 2.0 of my scrap wood greenhouse. Let's turn around this pitiful structure. It lasted for 2 years, 1 year with the plastic on, the second year here I was going to re-plastic it, but the structure just started to fall apart, which it makes sense. It was just a bunch of scrap wood glued together and barely held together with some drywall screws, just stuff I had, scraping it together on an extremely limited, aka free budget. And that's kind of where I'm at with that. But version 2.0 would be a lot nicer. It's not actually going to be scrap wood. It would be most likely purchased lumber, but it still wouldn't be that big or that impressive in terms of I don't want to put a whole lot of effort into a simple temporary structure, but maybe something that I can at least move around a little better in and use more of the space for growing more plants, or for at least having that nice space. So something that we really appreciated that first year was just a really nice space for us on really cold days. Just go enjoy being technically outside in the sun and have it be like an 80-degree day, even though it was only 30 degrees outside. It was freezing outside, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at there, but that depends as well. I don't want to get too much involved in the detail of it, but really just to say I've applied for a program that's for men, for the betterment of men, in terms of helping us to become better versions of ourselves, and really get out of our own heads, out of our own way, and really dominate at life. But ultimately, the choice is not mine, it's the people who run the program. I believe I am an absolutely phenomenal candidate, absolutely, but they do limit their class sizes and such. If I do get selected, then that will be a financial commitment, and I won't be doing this greenhouse. Or maybe I will be doing it because I will get enough value out of the program that it'll show me how to get that money. But otherwise, that's just kind of the process of how it's going to go. Let's see. I think that's about it for those updates there. I'm coming down into the orchard now. Okay. Oh, there we go. So that's kind of just where everything is and what all is happening right now. And I don't know, I'm really excited. It's starting to come together and look like I'll be able to actually pull this off and do it well. Not just pull it off in terms of do it, because I knew I could, but actually pull it off in terms of do it and do it well. So what that means is I've got these beds built out now. I've already got my seed sources for the most part picked out. I've got a couple of seeds that I would like to grow, plants for seeds that I would like to grow, but the reality is they're a little harder to find in large amounts for commercial production, and I'm not sure why. So like petunias specifically is one of them. I can find them to some degree in some bulk suppliers, but they are a little harder to find. But they are really common, popular plants. So I'm wondering if that's just a greenhouse trade or an industry specific thing that I'm just not seeing, or how that's going to work out, but never know. We'll see how it goes forward. I'm trying to think of what the other ones are right now. I've got my lists and everything inside. But so far, I've sourced almost all the seed that I'm looking for getting all my annuals started. All of my perennials are either a couple of ones that I'm ordering, some of the tree seeds I'm ordering, but otherwise it's all stuff that I've already sourced from my own stock of everything that I grow here. So that's all just that's already a sunk cost of purchasing the plant for my own pleasure. So that whatever seed I get from it is just in a free, I don't want to say there's no capital involved, no financial capital involved. It's free capital that I'll be able to turn into something marketable and sellable. And so I'm really excited about that. Otherwise, I think that's it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm glad I had these 2 days off. I got to spend a lot of time out in the sun, getting some vitamin D, drinking a lot of water, sweating my ass off. I really believe that helped me get past this chest and sinus cold much faster. Plus, I actually got to have like 2 days where I just slept for like 10 hours straight, which is rare for me. But I think I really needed it because I was just absolutely destroyed after this past week. That really high stress environment at work that I normally can handle just fine, but add being sick on top of it, and I think the stress just wore down my immune system to the point where I wasn't getting better, I was getting worse. So I think this really helped, and I'm really excited now that my week's just going to start, and I'm just going to fly through it and dominate, and that excites me. So that's it. Have a good one.